well, this video is not about a thrift store purchase, but it was a pretty thrifty purchase nonetheless. It happened actually a little while ago, and I have just been putting off making a video until I found the time. And it was during one of the trips that I went fishing with the boys, and we stopped, there were a couple of stops that we made during those fishing trips. One of them was to buy some fish from somebody who was selling it on the side of the road, some special fish. I didn't buy it, but Mark's friend did. And another stop was, and this is where I was thrilled, I wouldn't call it a yard sale, although it was a yard sale. It took up quite a large expanse of space. I'm sure it was some sort of an antiques dealer, because of the wide variety of awesome things that he had for sale. And all his prices were good. They were all very reasonable. He was definitely trying to sell items, not just hang on to them. There was one cast iron piece that I was interested in, but that price was a little high. And it was severely pitted, and it was more of a showpiece than a used piece, although he seemed to be under the impression that it could be cleaned up, but I wasn't willing to put that much effort into it. Another young man bought from him while I was standing there waiting to get his attention. About $500 worth of silver coins. He bought up everything that he had. I think market value, I don't think that he was trying to get too much or give them away either, but he did manage to sell everything he had in that display case to that young man that day. And I had wandered off, and yes, there were a few interesting pieces of furniture, but furniture, you have to have the right environment to fit antique furniture in, and a piece here and a piece there. I had some and I got rid of them, so really was not interested in antique furniture. But I did spot a bucket with dishes, and you know what I'm like with china, and I almost felt that I had to rescue this china. It's Royal Doulton, and certainly was not my favorite pattern, but went and asked him, okay, that set of Royal Doulton that you have there, and I didn't even know how complete it was. It looked pretty good though. Like, I took a quick peek at this box full of dishes that wasn't even, it was fine. It was packed okay in the cloth containers that you can buy to store china in, but it was old, and china looked like it had not been looked after. And anyway, I asked him how much, and the price was more than reasonable. So I once again took it away before he could change his mind. Turns out that I bought, let me show you. Okay, so what I ended up buying was a 12-piece place setting, 12 place setting of 5 pieces each of this Royal Doulton china, and it's called Fontainebleau, I believe. Fontainebleau. Let me just verify that. Yep, the pattern is called Fontainebleau, and there was 12 5-piece place settings, and these are the 5 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cup and saucer, dinner plate, side plate, and your bread plate. And it also had, let me just pan over here. That is the stack. I've already got them washed, and I've got napkins in between each one to try and protect so they do not scratch. And it also came with 2 serving bowls. That's 2 there. Okay, very useful items. And 1 serving platter. So now this was the case that they all came in, and I only kept the one that had the cups because it was in the best shape, and cups are pretty difficult to store properly. Anyway, I'll probably buy a few of these sets for some of my china so that I can put them all away and store them. Now my daughter said to me, "Mom, what are you going to do with all that china?" And I told her, well, yeah, I could use them as everyday dishes. I really don't care. And I said, either that or I can leave them to you guys. Leave them for you guys, and you can do whatever you want with them. My husband says that they probably will end up back in thrift shops after I'm gone, you know, but that's whatever. I just felt that I had to rescue this beautiful china. Now, the olive green is not my favorite color, but, you know, this 12-piece place setting of fine bone china costs less than a 4-piece place setting of, it cost me less than a 4-place setting of dishes that I saw at Canadian Tire, and I was just disgusted. This fellow that sold it to me, he said yes, he's got lots and lots of dishes, so perhaps he's having difficulty selling them as well. The price was just too good for me to leave it there. So I'm thrilled to buy it. And actually there was only 1 item missing, and what was missing was 1 cup and saucer. Other than that, it was a full 12-place setting. Now, the 1 cup and saucer, I'm not fussy on the cup and saucers anyway, but I've been looking in the thrift shops every time I go to see if there is 1 place setting of the Fontainebleau, and if not, I know I can buy them online if I choose to, but at this point I don't really have a need to replace that 1 piece. So yeah, absolutely thrilled with this purchase. But I'm getting to the point where, yeah, I've got to probably stop buying china as well. Anyway, oh yes, and Mark's fishing buddy told Mark, yeah, your wife got an absolute score on that china. She got a real deal. And he says, now you can get rid of all your crappy china in your home. And Mark said to him, we don't have crappy china. And I said, no, we don't. Actually, I use Blue Willow as everyday dishes, and of course he wasn't familiar with Blue Willow. He just recognized that these were a good quality set of china, and the man certainly helped carry them to the car, so I was absolutely thrilled. They were heavy. But yeah, all the pieces were in good shape. I think I had a couple of these that had a few knife marks, and I've managed to get them mostly out. And there is, I think, Barkeeper's Friend that I can use to clean them out totally. But other than that, most of them look like they've never been used. There was only about 4 or 5 of these that seem to be needing some extra help. And I don't know if you can read the pattern there. Let's see, yes, okay. That is the pattern. It's Royal Doulton's Fontainebleau. So, yes, absolutely thrilled to have found these. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and perhaps I am a little bit excessive when it comes to fine china. I really don't have that much, that much of it. I do have a full set of Veldor, and I have some of the Old Country Roses, and of course my Blue Willow are my everyday dishes, but the Fontainebleau could become my everyday dishes at some point as well. And better that than them sitting in a dingy basement in a dungy bin, or I can give it to one of my children if they could actually appreciate it, and I'm sure they will at some point. Perhaps the young folks are going through stages where they don't want things like fine china today, but that may change again. And unfortunately, the sad thing is, yeah, there's a lot of china and crystals that you find at thrift shops, and something that used to be a treasure to somebody is now of no value, unfortunately. So, well, it's still of some value to me. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.